Strange Block Beats.
Find it hard sometimes, please Father help me, I just wanna get right. And I don't wanna slip up, but it's hard to keep up in a world so upside down. So guide me, guide me, guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me. It's been a while since I spoke to you. While nobody is around, I just wanna say to you, I thank you for everything that you blessed me with. If there's a time for anything, this will be it. Can't nobody take what you made me feel. Can't nobody shake what I have instilled inside of me. They might try, but the power that's beside of me, ride for me, fight for me, die for me, try me. And I'm here, fighting for your love. Do I make that clear? I might need a little work, but I keep you near. Never doubted what you said, and it's all right here inside of sometimes. Please, Father, help me. I just wanna get right. And I don't wanna slip up, but it's hard to keep up in a world so upside down. So guide me, guide me, guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me. Many times I ran out from you, but I always came back. Can't stand not having you in my life. Need you day and night, always by my side, teaching me wrong from right. So don't let go. Coming back full force, so hold on. Then I'm blessed beyond measure. Fruits of the spirit is undefined treasure. Ain't nobody take what you made me feel. Ain't nobody shake what I have instilled inside of me. They might try, but the power that's beside of me, ride for me, fight for me, die for me, try me. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, I just need a little help from you. I just need a little help from you, please. So guide me, guide me. I find it hard sometimes. Please, Father, help me. I just wanna get right. And I don't wanna slip up, but it's hard to keep up in a world so upside down. So guide me, guide me, guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me.
Shalom, family. Big salute to the family. Giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. I want to say big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the elders at Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. Family, as you see the title, I know many of you know our sister Wise Society. Her background, it run very deep. The work that she do, she work in education. She also work in government, politics, and she work for our children. She do a lot for children, a lot for our children, and a lot for other children, just children in general. And she need our help at this moment, so I wanted to go live. And if the Most High laid on your heart, Israel, that you could support our sister. Many of you know the story of our granddaughter. Wise Society and the family went to court. They won the case. The baby was supposed to be returned to Wise Society and her daughter, but it wasn't. The child was not returned to the family. So there's been an uphill battle for our sister. And like I say, most people would not be able to endure what she had to endure. Most people would have been folded already by now. But she a different breed, family. And she got a strong support system behind her. The CUC family, and I know many other Israelites, we supporting our sister. We riding with her. And we're not just going to support with our prayers, but we're going to also support with our pockets, because that's what we're supposed to do for each other. Not only just pray for one another, but we also have to be there for one another when the time calls to also, go into our pockets and also be of a support that way also. The prayer is good. We need the prayers, and even if you can't give, if you can just give a prayer, that'll be much appreciated too. But if the Most High lay it on your heart, Israel, to support our sister, I put the GoFundMe link in the chat. And I want to show you a presentation that our sister Oracle put together, and I want to thank her for this presentation. But she would be able to articulate it way better than me. But I've been keeping up with my sister's story, Wise Society. She done gave the rundown to us many times, what's going on. And I want you to watch this presentation that Oracle put together for our sister wise society. Now remember, this is a sister who goes and work with children all across this country. Let me say that again. This is our sister who goes all across this country, and she work with children and their families, and she fight for them. She have a lot on her plate, family. And she's not fighting against flesh and blood. The thing that I have heard from her, the principalities and the power that is against her, most people would not be able to walk in her shoes. I'm telling you, family, most people would not be able to walk in her shoes. The enemy, he's against our sister, and we understand her job and we understand the enemy's job. The enemy's job is to fight against her. Our job is to counter that by the power of the Most High and by putting our faith in his son and putting on the whole armor of the Most High, that we may be able to withstand all the fiery darts of the enemy. The enemy is not going to stop. We are not going to stop. The enemy is not going to stop coming like a roaring lion. And we're going to continue to come and pray and seek the Most High's face in this whole situation. The child will be returned to wise society. I told her this already. The child will be returned, but it's going to be at the Most High's time. When everything around this child is destroyed, they will get the child back. He say, touch not my anointed and do my, he say his prophets, but it's his people too. He say, he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. He that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. So we praying for Wise Society's daughter. We praying for her grandbaby. And we praying for a safe return. The enemy, he's not going to stop fighting. The enemy's job is to destroy. And our job is to counter the enemy with prayer and fasting and supplication. A lot of times the Most High will put our faith to the test, just to see, will we ride with him to the end, or will we fold in the beginning, or will we fold in the middle, or when we fold, when we close to the finish line. He will put it to the test. Now, a lot of people can say what they wouldn't do, what Wise Society should do, and no. You're not in her situation. This can happen to any one of us. This can happen to any one of us, Israel. So we can only go by what we will do when we're in a situation or put in these circumstances. Then you can see what you would do when you're going through it. But you can't say what you would do or what you wouldn't do when you're not going through what she's going through. So like I said before, I'm about to let you listen to a presentation that our beloved sister Oracle put together for Wise Society. And she's going to explain everything better than I can. So as I prepare this presentation, I will be back. Now remember, family, we are asking, can you go to the GoFundMe link and support our sister with whatever you can give? We understand the times are, real tight for everyone. But if you can't give, pray for the family. And if you can give, we appreciate anything you can give. Anything will help, family. Because like I said before, she's really putting her life on the line, the work that she do, family. We don't know too many people that's actually putting their life on the line. I'm talking about really out there in the atmosphere of real demons, real satanic environments, Well, people are real demons. And these principalities and powers is doing everything to stop our sister. They want her to fall. They want her to break. She's not going to break. She's not going to fall. She's going to remain strong because not only do she have a family that's behind her, but she also have her extended family that's behind her, which is when we come in the picture. Let me show you this video and I'll be back.
Greetings, family. We have a call to action that I wanted to bring to your attention. If you will recall, in April of 2024, we interviewed activist and humanitarian Ms. Christina Laster as she was bringing a bill in California to the floor, SB 1248. At that time, we had a precious family that lost their beautiful son and brother, Mr. Yahushua Robinson. And while she was fighting the good fight of faith and bringing that bill to the floor, what wound up happening is she was actually going through her own personal turmoil.
Can you guys hear me? Yep.
Very well.
Hi, I am Christina Laster. Greetings, senators and members of the public of California. As an advocate, I understand that I use my voice frequently to speak up on behalf of those who feel voiceless. Today, the greatest situation lies before me, but this is a constituent-led effort as reflective of the family members behind me that are also community members that care deeply about children. Because I'd rather allow the voice of the parents to come forward, but I do ask that you consider seriously that community, that band came together to make this happen in a reality for all of our children, and that you would pass SB 1248.
So I stand before you today on behalf of Senator Hurtado, but once again with a heavy heart, presenting a bill about the loss of life of one of our young people. This bill, 1248, is also known as Yahshua's Law. The bill was named in honor of Yahushua Robinson, a 12-year-old who tragically lost his life at Canyon Lake Middle School while participating in physical education during an extreme heat situation.
This beautiful grandmother had been contacted by her granddaughter, Iris Crum's school, and she had been advised that the child had not yet been picked up. Now, when Christina asked them, have they contacted the father to find out why he hadn't picked the child up, they did advise that yes, they did indeed attempt to contact the father, Anthony Crum, and to no avail. He had not picked up the phone or would not, or was unresponsive. The school also went a little bit further in advising Christina this was only one of many occasions in which that child had not been picked up. Christina implored them to please not get in contact with CPS because she did not want her granddaughter placed in the foster care system. But unfortunately, there are rules set in place, and she understood them, that they had to get in contact with CPS. Well, Anthony Crum contacted her the day later to advise her that he had fallen on hard times and could no longer take care of this child. In doing so, Christina offered to pick up her grandchild, and he turned Iris Crum over to her grandmother, Christina Laster, with everything that belonged to that child in tow. After taking the child home and giving her a much-needed bath and preparing her for the evening, Christina noticed abusive scabs and marks that were on the child's body, in addition to cigarette burns. She contacted her daughter that evening, who was living out of state, and shared a 2020 custody agreement with Anthony Crum. And in contacting her daughter, Khaila Wilks. She advised her was of the signs of abuse that she had actually seen on the child's body. And Khaila talked to her child and promptly began to prepare paperwork and come and pick up her child. After the child was becoming acclimated in the mother's home, months later, and this is like the killing part, months later, for some reason, Anthony Crum decides to alert law enforcement that his child is no longer in the state, which of course he was already aware of, and that the child had been nap-kitted by her mother, with whom he shared a 20/20 custody agreement with. He advised them that that child was missing when she was absolutely not missing. Khaila was picked up for nap-kitting her own child, and the father fled the state with the child. Khaila had been incarcerated for months because she refused to cop a plea to something that she was not guilty of, and rightfully so. Since then, charges have been dropped in certain instances, and Khaila is now free. But there's more. We, friends, are here to report that Anthony Crum is no longer in the land of the living. His soul had been extracted from him on January 14th, 2025. We ask for prayers for Khaila, Christina, and Iris at this time, while they are still working out the details and getting Iris back home to her mother. We need prayers because since the passing of Anthony Crum, that child is now currently living with his father, Dale Crum. He refuses to turn Iris over to her mother, the now one living custodial parent that she has. If law enforcement is aware, why is she still there? How come no one's able to find her? Now, when it came down to Khaila, everybody was able to at least get an Amber Alert out or work a Noah's Law and etc. in order to make certain that she was arrested and incarcerated on charges that could not be found to be true. Now, since this time, ANWO, the African National Women's Organization, has partnered with Christina and Khaila in an effort to assist them in working with law enforcement to get this child back. Yes, although we need prayers, I'm certain that you all understand that faith without works is dead. So we need some action behind these prayers. And what we need is letters of support coming in. And if you would please be so kind, feel free to reach out to Christina, because again, these situations cost. Anything that we can do in order to assist her, let's do. Please contact the Crum family attorney, Nancy Wilson. And if you would be so kind as to please get in contact with her office and inquire as to why it is so necessary that her clients not follow the law as the courts have advised for them to turn that child over to the custodial parent. Is this something she would want for her daughter, her mother, sister, niece? This child you would find necessary to keep in the possession of a man with a character such as that, allegedly? Is this something you would want your family to have to go through? Let's ask Nancy that why her client, who is no longer amongst the living, who is now deceased, Anthony Crum, why they cannot follow the law. That baby who is realizing that her father is no longer there, and now she's not in the arms of her mother. Why? Why? That would confuse me. This is just, it's utter hatred. This is just nonsensical. And if law enforcement is equally as driven as they were to gain traction and do what they did to Khaila, even with a 2020 custodial agreement, I would hope that they would be just as driven to make certain that this little girl, any child, any little girl, would not be in the hands in this dangerous situation as we would see it. Please, we pray that we can work with you and that you would consider getting this child back to her mother.
Greetings, everyone, family. Since the last recording of this video, I did want to let you know that there had been an update. The state that put these charges on Khaila had her rearrested at the courthouse and is seeking extradition. We are asking for your prayers as the family fights this wholeheartedly. I personally had to come here and make this statement and also let you know, we think about the things that have happened in scripture, and oftentimes we think about when we go through these things, the main biblical character that comes to our mind is Job. But I want you to know the Most High works on behalf of his children. He does not play when you disrespect him or his children. Like, there's nothing that can happen and he will not repay you in the best way. And how do we know this? Because many of us know other stories of the scriptures. We remember when Pharaoh would not let the Most High's people go. This is that situation right here, and how he sent 10 plagues upon Egypt. How he took out all of their firstborn sons from trying to mock the Most High. And how he and his army were taken out in the Red Sea. But let's not forget about the Amalekites when they attacked the people of the Most High. Because they, things these people do that they think are funny, but I need you to remember these stories, okay? When the Amalekites attacked Israel in the wilderness after their escape from Egypt, and what did the Most High do? He declared that he would blot out the memory of Amalek. Okay? Blot out their memory. So was it written, and so shall it be done. Let's not forget even your own Korah, Dathan, and Abiram in Numbers 16. Remember when they led the rebellion against Moses, the Most High's chosen leadership? They led that. They did that. Rebellion is as the spirit of witchcraft. But since you choose not to let the Most High's people go, and you want to rebel, when the earth opened up and swallowed them alive along with their families and followers, what could be said? Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, what did he do? He besieged Jerusalem and mocked the Most High of Israel. 185,000 of his soldiers lost their lives overnight by one angel of the Most High Yah. And he was later taken out by his own sons. Ooh-wee. You never know. Haman. This story is almost comical. Every time you think about how this whole thing went down and how he had built gallows to take out the life of Mordecai, and what happened. His 10 sons also had their lives taken, and he was hung on those very same gallows. Antiochus IV. Remember 1 Maccabees, Daniel 11? How he was taken out by a gruesome disease, reportedly suffering from madness and a rotting body. Herod the Great, and how he issued the massacre of innocents, killing all of our babies, and how he had a horrific passing from disease, suffering from extreme pain, gangrene and worms. These people never believe these things are going to come back to them. And let's talk about Herod, how he persecuted our people. And during a public speech, he was struck by an angel, eaten by worms. Struck by the angel first, eaten by worms next, and then he was gone. If that story isn't recent enough for you, then let's look at what's happening now across the face of the earth, the weeping and the gnashing of teeth. We never want to believe that justice is not blind by those who've been elected and chosen for law enforcement to uphold the law. Like in the case of the Last Word documentary on a young man by the name of Johnny Frank Garrett. He had been accused of taking the life of a nun, and he was there just helping, not very educated, couldn't read. He had his own little problems, but he was being very helpful. And they knew this child did not hurt this woman. They knew it, but they taunted him, said they would charge him. He had found religion and everything. And after nobody came through for him, I can remember the letter that he wrote. Now, this was a guy who initially could not read, didn't have any education, nothing going for him. And he wrote that letter. And when he went to be executed, because yes, they knew he was innocent and they did it anyway. They'll know that you're innocent and they'll do it anyway. But let me tell you, it is indicative of the story in Jasher concerning one of Lot's daughters, where because she assisted a poor traveler in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, they took her life. And the same thing happened to yet another woman who helped a passerby who was just coming through. They took her life as well. And the Most High heard their cry. He tired of the wickedness of this city. And when the scripture speaks, when it says he was provoked, one of the things that they had mentioned here was this was a city that had everything. These were people that had everything. It said he was provoked at this for what had been done to those women. And all of the works of the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, because you know what? They had a corrupt government. It says right here that they would not sustain the poor and the needy. That's one of the reasons, the main reason why the city fell. You've done nothing wrong. And here, do not think that he will be mocked. Do not think that he is not provoked. When they have the ability and the authority to do right, and they refuse. Instead, they choose to cave to the collusion of evildoers who bring down their own kingdom. The Most High continues to destroy nations of evildoers for the injustices against you. And let me tell you something, honey. He will hear you. He will hear you. And he is hearing us on behalf of you. We've got to pray for one another. Bear one another's burdens. Despite whatever the things that you are hearing, I want you to know we've got to bear one another's burdens. But I want you to listen. There were so many things that were going on in this young man's case. It was ridiculous. They knew he was innocent, but hey, this was a win. And these people thought it was funny to make him look dangerous when he wasn't. I actually was saddened for his poor mother. She couldn't do anything. She didn't have any money. She herself did not seem like she was very educated. And it was hurtful to sit here and watch that mother go through that. And trust me, none of us are without pain in watching you go through this. But I'm telling you, the Most High is going to deliver. He is going to deliver. And when he delivers, he will do so supernaturally, just like he did in this case. Before leaving the face of this earth, this young man's last words was his you know what. And he left behind in a letter a slew of curses for anyone that had anything to do with his case. And what you are about to hear is only the beginning of some of the things that occurred, affecting individuals involved in his conviction. These claims suggest that several people were connected in the case. They all met an untimely or unusual death. And here's the summary. And I won't say their names. One woman reportedly fell down a flight of stairs and died a few days later due to complications. Another man, his daughter died from an accidental you-know-what wound in the head, and his sister had been taken out by a drunk driver. Another one, the trial attorney, is said to have passed away from pancreatic big C. There were two people in this instance. Both reportedly contracted the same type of leukemia. And while one was initially cured, he later passed away after his stored bone marrow inexplicably just disappeared from the hospital. One individual connected to the case had also allegedly passed away due to leukemia. Another officer also reportedly passed away due to leukemia. A reporter, an NBC reporter covering the case, had passed away. They said it was in a plane crash in Oklahoma, but it was my understanding that it was actually a helicopter. Another individual convicted of multiple felonies for falsifying autopsy reports had his medical license revoked and was imprisoned. His wife passed away of pancreatic cancer. Another one was reportedly found passed away in his vehicle with no determined cause of passing. Another one, the informant who testified against him in exchange for a reduced sentence, is reported to have taken his own life. Sounds like Judas, doesn't it? Another one, the school teacher testified against him, is said to have taken her life. Another one, prosecutor reported to have committed taking his own life, and subsequently his daughter likewise. Another one, the appellate attorney, whose wife reportedly took her own life, and the son was injured permanently via brain damage, accidentally locked in a hot car. And let's not forget the Texas governor at the time granted a temporary reprieve, battled the Big C herself, and ultimately succumbed to the Big C of the esophagus. You know, these things are important to know. People will do things to you like this and they'll think it's funny. But it's all fun and games until the God that we know shows up and exacts judgment on our behalf, as he always does. All we ask is that you praise him in advance, that you be fearless in every step that you take in this life, and that you remain fearless, that you remain courageous in every stance that you take, because you know you didn't do anything wrong. That child's spirit is longing after you, and I pray to the Most High that we will see her in your arms soon. Be courageous, Khaila. You've got a wonderful, awesome family here. Those who wield their pens and find them mightier than the sword will be hard-pressed to find out that they are not. Because when the sword of the scriptures overtakes them by the word of the Most High, they'll find out that they had no power at all. One thing we won't let you do is forget how wonderful and great he is and how he delivers, and he never fails to deliver. Your life is about to excel. Don't you forget that. This young man gave up all hope, and it was understandable because no one was there for him. They played with his life. I am certain that when Anthony filed that paperwork, knowing that he had already turned over the custody and knowing that you all had a 2020 agreement and the courts and everyone were aware that you had already submitted your documentation, I'm certain that nobody could have expected that on January 12th, his day in this life would have ended the way that it did. I wonder if he thought it was funny. But again, it is the Most High who lifts up and who sits down. It is the Most High Yah who kills and who makes alive. None of us have anything to do with that. All we do is pray. I need you to know this. Whoever curses you will be cursed, but whoever blesses you will be blessed. Every tongue that rises up against you, you will condemn. You will condemn, and we're going to help you to do it. But these games like this are not funny. The family has already been judged. But just as I had spoken of with regard to Johnny Frank Garrett, judgment fell. And he had these curses. And they were written down and they still stand true. If you had anything to do with the wrongdoing, the mistreatment, the maltreatment of Khaila Wilks and Iris Crum, rest assured, supernaturally, as he has always done and he always will continue to do, because only curses that are causeless are the ones that will not come. But rest assured, the ones that will come are going to be exactly the ones that went through due process for what you have done. Supernaturally, the Most High will operate on our behalf. And there's already been a judgment that's already been handed out. And if people continue to mess with the blood of the innocent, sure enough, the Most High will do more than simply destroy the one. He will start from head to tail or from tail to head, whichever way you prefer. Khaila, you got this. Stay strong. Everyone else, please give accordingly and help us. The child deserves to be home with her mother, where she can grow in the arms of her grandmother, her auntie, and her uncle, where she can excel. and you're going to excel. Do not hold your head down. The Most High is with you. Be courageous. Don't ever forget who you are. As a matter of fact, you let them know who you are. These times come in our lives, but it's okay. The Most High has set you aside for such a time as this. To Iris, I trust the Most High that you will be in your mother and your grandmother's house soon. I trust and believe that. It's just so painful sometimes, but you know what? We always make it through. Remember who you are. Show them who you are. And if you can, name one time he has never brought you through, and that ought to be your answer right then and there. Okay? Everyone, we ask for your prayers. And if you can help with the legal fund, do that as well. Very necessary and a worthy cause. This woman fights on behalf of children all across the nation, and it's the least that we can do for her. Let's give him a praise in advance. Join me in giving him a praise in advance to move through this with our sister and bear the burdens of our sister Christina. The Most High keep you all, and thank you so much for adhering to this call to action.
I want to thank my beloved sister Oracle for that powerful presentation on behalf of our sister Wise Society. As you heard Oracle say in the video, many of the heathens that was put to death for the wrongdoing that they have done to other people. I told Wise Society that her grandbaby will be returned to her, but that the grandbaby will be used as a sign that everything around that grandbaby will be destroyed. Everything around Iris will be destroyed. He started with the father. The father is no longer here, people. You know, the father who gave the child back to the mother who said that he was not able to sustain the child, but then all of a sudden flipped the script and said that the child was, like Oracle said, nap kitten or kidnap. That's what he said. But then when he says that, he's gone, people. Y'all saw that baby back? He's gone. He would never come back. He would never return. He is deceased. He's gone. One by one, they all will fall. One by one, they all will fall. Wise Society gave me permission to speak on when she appeared in court on yesterday. So Wise Society went to court. She had an appearance on behalf of her daughter, Khaila. Now remember, y'all, the guy that is deceased, his father showed up to court. Guess what his father did? His father spits on Wise Society's father, and he paid for it. I bet he won't spit on nobody else. He paid for it for spitting on her father. But guess who got arrested, people? Her father did. Let me say that again. Wise Society had a court appearance. She goes to court on behalf of Khaila, her daughter, to get an update. The guy's father that is deceased gets behind Wise Society's father and spit on him. And he paid for it. But they did not arrest the one who assaulted him with bodily fluids, because you know that's an assault. When you spit on somebody, that's an assault. But he didn't get arrested. Her father did, people. I told Wise Society. Wise Society is about to crack something open that the enemy do not want her to find out. She will get the child back once the Most High expose and destroy one by one everything around ours. She's very close to cracking something. These people are involved in wickedness that they do not want to be revealed. Ask yourself, this is a little black girl. What do they want with her so bad? Why they just won't return her to the mother? They lost the court case in court. Legal right was given back to the mother. Why they won't return this child? What are these people involved in that they would not return this baby? Because Wise Society is very close in exposing wickedness that these people do not want to come out, people. That's why they haven't gave the child back. That's why they are on the run. That's why they are going out of their way to fight, to start fights at court, to spit on people. They are doing all these things because there is something that these people are doing. And I guarantee you, I agree with Wise, it has to do with children. It has to do with children, and Wise Society is very close in cracking the code. Ask yourself, people. They lost. Give the child back, but they refuse to. Why, people? Why? Once your son was put to death, I guess that wasn't enough for you to realize that Yah is not playing. So since y'all want to have pride and arrogance, he's going to take y'all down one by one, and ours is going to be what he used to do it. The Most High is very patient in the way he do things. He let you think you have got the victory, and then sudden destruction comes. See, y'all think y'all have overcome and got the victory because the child is in your possession. But the child is used as a sign for your destruction. Then she will be returned to the family. Mark my word. The child is being used as a sign for their destruction. Then the child will be returned to the rightful people that she belonged to. Not until everything around her is exposed and destroyed. Then Iris will be returned to Wise Society and the mother. The Most High is about to destroy this whole family. They are all devils. These are Satan's children in the flesh. There is no other way to spin it. These are devils. What do they want with this baby? What? What have this baby seen that y'all don't want her to expose? She saw something. And that's why y'all holding dear to her, because you do not want this to be exposed. Y'all know why society work for children. You know how bold she is. You know she's a lioness. You know she's not going to stop until she crack the code, and Yah is going to give her the understanding, wisdom, and knowledge at the right place where to look to expose what y'all are involved in. And I guarantee you it got something to do with church. I guarantee you it do. Nobody fights this hard, people. When they went to court and they lost, they didn't win, y'all. They lost. Why society and them won? And they still haven't returned the child. They didn't win, people. They lost. Now, why society's daughter, they lock her daughter back up. What did she do? Nothing. Because there's wickedness in high places, people. And Hashatan do not want the wickedness of what these people doing to be exposed. But it will be exposed. Because there is nothing that is done in secret, it shall be revealed. Nothing you do in secret, you think it's going to stay in secret, it will be exposed and revealed by the power of Yah and Yahshua. I guarantee you. This man went to court looking for a fight, people. Spit on Wise Society daddy and paid for it. Who y'all think went to the hospital? It wasn't Wise Society's father. It was the heathen. It was the heathen. Wise Society is dealing with devils. Spirits but they walk around in flesh, but these are spirits. These are demons who have infiltrated these heathens and have them working all manner of wickedness. But it's demons. These people are possessed with wicked, demonic activity that has to do with children, and they are demons. These are not human beings. These are demons. Just walk around in a flesh and blood body, but demons. Wicked. Satan has a seed, people. And Wise Society was face to face with the devil's seed yesterday when she went to court. You don't spit on somebody. That's an assault. That man supposed to have been arrested, people. Don't you know when you spit on somebody, it's like using a weapon. That is bodily fluids, man. That's an assault. That's a felony. But he didn't go to jail, though. No, he did not. He free. I say this. Oh, yeah, Wise Society saw that too, brother. She blinked and opened up her eyes. And what she saw, and I believe every word she said, them people were shape-shifted. Straight up. I'm telling y'all, wickedness in high places, man. And the enemy don't fight fair. He don't fight fair. So as y'all heard, Oracle so eloquently broke down the case, Khaila and Iris, what they have been through and what they're going through. I pinned the GoFundMe at the top of the comment section. I want to also thank my Imam for also helping Wise Society out and also giving where she can. Imam has been very instrumental in writing spoken words to encourage Wise Society, also giving to Wise Society. So I thank you, Imam, and I thank all the people who have went to the GoFundMe and also gave. I didn't already gave to my sister. My sister needs some more help. I'm going to give some more. I'm just here to help, man. And I pray that other brothers and sisters, that if y'all touch your heart, that you can also give to our sister's cause. Because remember, this is somebody who putting their life on the line daily. This is not about Wise Society's daughter. This is not about Wise Society grandbaby. The enemy is trying to destroy Wise Society. Let me say that again. The things that Wise Society love, her family, her children, her grandchildren, her daughter. This is about Wise Society, people. Why? Because Satan knows what the Most High has given her and what she possessed, she can crack a lot of codes. She can go places that some of us, we would never go. She can go into rooms where we would never be able to enter. And Hashatan don't like it, people. But the Most High is going to continue to use Wise Society for what her purpose is. Satan cannot stop her purpose. He cannot stop her mission. So what he do is he mess with those around us to break us. The grandbaby, he thought that was going to break Wise Society. Her daughter being arrested, he thought that was going to break Wise Society. Going to court with these demons, spitting on her father getting arrested. That was all to break Wise Society, to make her get out of character. But my sister been holding it together this whole time. Still on her mission, still doing her purpose, still getting up for the cause of what Yah has called her to do. She have not given up, people. She have not stopped yet. How many people can walk in those shoes and feel those shoes and not break? Not many people. Yah tests our faith to see if we really trust him and believe him. Do we really trust the word? When we read it, do we trust it though? Do we believe it, or do we just read it? One thing to read, one thing to believe what you read. Do you believe it? Wise believe it, people. She believed the word. So I like to say this in closing. We with our sister Wise Society. Whatever she needs, we're going to continue to support her. And I know many of you out there is going to continue to support her. We thank you all for all the support, all the prayers. But like we said before, this is a battle. It's an everyday battle. And my sister is here for the fight, and we are bagging her up. We are bagging her up, and we are standing in prayer and fasting with her. So please pray for Wise Society. Please pray for Khaila. Please pray for Iris, the daughter and the grandbaby. And please pray for Wise Society's whole family. Pray for her father. Pray for her children. Pray that the Most High continue to keep a hedge of protection around her. We rebuke all demonic forces. We rebuke you in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. We rebuke all demonic activity in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. We rebuke the enemy's will that he continued to try to fight against the children of Yah. We rebuke that in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. We are not ignorant of your devices, Hashatan. We rebuke you in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. We are not going to fight you in ignorance. We're going to fight you with wisdom and knowledge and understanding. We're going to rebuke you in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. We're not going to bring up a rally accusation against you. We're just going to rebuke you in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. The battle is already won. You are already defeated because we believe the word. The battle is already won, and Yah get the victory and the praise and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach, people. I pray for that grandbaby, that the Most High keep that hedge of protection around her, because the grandbaby is around evil. Can you imagine that? You just being around evil. People that say they love you, they don't love that grandbaby. If you love that grandbaby, you would have returned that grandbaby back to where she belongs. So you don't love the grandbaby. This is all about their pride and their arrogance, thinking that they're going to get some type of victory by keeping that grandbaby, but the grandbaby is used as a sign for your demise. You shall all meet the fate of your son. You shall all meet the fate of your son. You would have thought y'all would have got the wake-up call when your son would perish. And I don't know if y'all know this, and I'm getting up out of here. The baby was on the motorcycle, people. The Most High is awesome. Listen, man, the Most High is awesome. We don't just praise him in the good. We praise him whatever we go through. The man is awesome. Yahshua is awesome. The baby was on the motorcycle, people. Guess who survived and guess who died? The motorcycle threw the baby off the motorcycle, people. Guess who survived and guess who died? She survived. He dead. What that's telling you, Israel? The Bible say if you hurt one of these little ones, it would be better for you that a tie iron was tied around your neck and you was stowed in the ocean somewhere, man. This man had a baby on the back of a motorcycle. He had to be going fast for him to die. But little Iris was protected by the angels of Yah. The hedge of protection protected that baby. And even if that baby did bruise her arm or her knee or her body, she's still alive and breathing. He's dead. He's dead, people. He will never return. He's gone. He died on a motorcycle. She survived. She was on the back. She survived. Yo, let me say this. Do y'all remember when our brother Trayvon Martin was unalived? And the reason why I put unalive in the check of YouTube was messing with my comments. And he was driving drunk with a baby on the back of a motorcycle. And the Most High protected Iris. He protected the little angel. But the death angels came and collected his soul, which is his breath that is in his nostrils. The soul is the body, people. He was put to death, lifeless on the ground, gone, never to return. Never open your eyes again into the judgment day, and it would not be pretty for you. Who burned a baby back with cigarette butts? Your own child? You a demon. You a devil. You a devil. But do y'all remember our young brother Trayvon Martin? And y'all remember when Zimmerman unalived him, right? Do y'all remember the man named Taffy? It was a man named Taffy. He was going from platform to platform, CNN and Fox News, and he was making mockery of Trayvon Martin's death. The same thing that Oracle was just telling y'all. This guy was making mockery of Trayvon Martin's death. Guess what happened to Taffy? Taffy lost 2 sons and his brother in 1 year. Taffy lost 2 sons and his brother in 1 year. Guess what Taffy came back and said? I know that God judged me. This wasn't nothing but the hand of God. He looked so afraid, people, because he was mocking Trayvon Martin's death, which is a son of our Elohim, a child of the Israelite stock. Taffy lost his sons and his brother. So the Most High made Taffy feel what Trayvon Martin's father and his mother had to feel about losing a child. Taffy did not lose 1 child. Taffy lost both sons and his brother. Why I say he died on impact? That means he had to be going fast, people. But the baby Iris was protected by the whole armor of Yah. He protected Iris. But the death angel came and got the father. He was not protected. It was his time. He was a clay that was fitted for destruction, people. One clay to honor, one to dishonor. He was fitted for destruction. You reap what you sow, people. What you put out is what you receive. You put out wickedness, you're going to reap wickedness. You put out righteousness, you're going to reap righteousness. That's a prime example to let me know that the child will be returned to wise society, because the child survived a motorcycle crash when he did not survive. So the child is being used as a sign for everything around her to be destroyed. And they all should meet the fate of the son. You will see, people, because they're wicked and they're demonic and they profit earth nothing but wickedness. Taffy lost his children and his brother. He won't be mocking anybody's death anytime soon. He was so afraid. He was scared and petrified when he lost his sons, when he lost his brother. Now he know what it felt like to lose children. When you was laughing at Trayvon Martin's mother and the pain that hurt in that woman's eyes, and she had to listen to you mock her baby. Now the Most High made you feel, Taffy, how it feel to lose children. And I'm pretty sure you weep and mourn for your sons that was taken from you because of the mockery of an Israelite child. I love y'all, people. Please pray for my sister. Go to the GoFundMe. I pinned it at the top of the comment section. Go to her Cash App and support her and her family, because she fight for our children. The least we can do is fight for her. That's the least we can do, people, is fight for her. She's putting her life on the line. The least we can do is fight for her. Thank you, Wise Society, for all you do. Thank you for your boldness. Thank you for your faith. Thank you for your ambition and drive. Thank you for fighting on behalf of children who cannot fight for themselves. Thank you for having a willing spirit. And I know you get weary, my sister. There's some days we don't want to do it, but we're going to always answer to the cause because it's our purpose. And once you know your purpose, you're going to go even if you don't feel like it. You're going to go even when you don't feel like it, because it's your purpose. And our sister's purpose is to protect children and fight for them because they cannot fight for themselves. I love y'all with a pure heart, family. Thank everybody who supported, and thank people who will come later and listen to the live and also give your support. We thank y'all, family. In the name of Yahshua HaMashiach and the Most High Yah, we thank y'all. Shalom.
If I had to look you in the eyes, I don't think I could handle it. Trying to ask for it. It's not about me or my pride. I'm just trying to abandon it. Can't take a risk. Hands and knees shaking, voice nearly breaking, calling out your name. You know my heart and it's tearing me apart. I just hope you understand. Gotta fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? I ain't been my best. Father, please forgive me. Abba, can you heal my spirit? I'm in need of. I know that I'm scandalous. looking back, that's my old ways. I'll be moving on like a drag race. Take my hand, show me where the pathway. Fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Yeah, you gon' make it out. 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 You gon' make it out.
I would not do the Roy family because it's not fitting for this live. So I would just end with shalom. Blessings to you all. I bid you Yah speed in faith in Yahshua. I pray for your households, your families, your mothers and fathers, your husbands and wives, your children, your brothers and sisters. Like I said before, we all we got, family. Let's at least try to stick together just a little bit. Just a little bit. It don't take much. Let's be there for each other. Not just in word all the time, but also in deed. And like I said before, if you can give, please give. And if you can't, say a prayer. If you can give, please give. And if you can't, say a prayer. Just stand with us and pray with us and stand in agreement with us on behalf of our sister wise society, and also by the power and authority of the Most High in faith in Yahshua. The victory already won, people. We just going through the stages. The victory already won. The Most High done already got this thing mapped out how it's going to go. And it's going to go how he says it's going to go. But like I said before, everything around Irish will be destroyed. That's what they sowed. That's what they going to reap. Shalom, family, and much love.